November is historically the best month for XRP with an average return of plus 88%, as you can see over here, and yet people are flipping bearish, people are giving up left and right. But guys, in this important video I want to talk about the most important charts, the most important metrics to look at right now if you're invested in XRP, because there's a lot of stuff happening. I want to show you what the whales are doing. I want to talk about on-chain metrics, the short-term price action, of course, what to expect right now, and a lot of other stuff. So don't forget to smash up the like button if you appreciate this content, and let's get straight into it. So guys, before I talk about the immediate short term here for XRP, I want to draw your attention to this important metric, and this shows that the average return of XRP in the month of November is actually extremely bullish. It's plus 88%. So this is historically the best month for XRP. So you don't want to give up right now. At least that is what I am not doing, not financial advice, but you can see that in 2024, so last year, we had plus 281% in the month of November. So yeah, is history gonna repeat? That of course remains to be seen, but this is definitely an important metric to look at. And we also do know that from the 1st of December, the Federal Reserve announced to end quantitative tightening, and that is historically very bullish, because this could mean that a lot of additional liquidity is going to flow into risk on assets such as XRP, and historically QE, quantitative easing, is actually a very bullish thing for markets. You can see that over here. I've overlaid XRP's price action on the weekly scale, so every candlestick is 1 week. Here you can see the price action from 2020, and here you can see the current price, and in blue we actually have the Federal Reserve's balance sheet, and you can see that whenever QE started here in 2020, massive buying pressure here for crypto, for risk on assets, huge bull run here for XRP. Price went from, I don't know guys, 12 cents or so all the way up to approximately $1.90 in that bull run. And right now the expectations are that QE is about to start in the month of December. So pay attention. You can see that more clearly over here. In 2020, XRP did a 16 or 17x in price. So are we about to see the same thing? That would of course be amazing, but this is definitely something to pay very close attention to. Also, if we take a look at XRP's short-term holders, so basically holders that held XRP for a month up to 3 months, they have offloaded a lot of XRP since the beginning of October, because their holdings went from approximately 13%, slightly lower, all the way down to approximately 7.8% right now, guys. So they sold a lot of XRP, and you basically don't want to follow these people, these short-term XRP holders that are here for very quick gains. You want to follow the smart money. And if we look at the smart money, these are basically people holding 1 million to 10 million XRP coins, and people holding 100 million to 1 billion XRP coins. And here you can see that they added a lot of XRP. I think from the top of my head, approximately $3 billion worth of XRP has been added since the 16th of October, guys. So that tells you a lot. Basically, guys, the holdings from people holding 100 million to 1 billion XRP coins went from approximately 6.23 billion all the way up to 8.24 billion. So that is absolutely a massive increase here from smart money. $3 billion worth of buying pressure here, guys. So definitely follow the smart money and not the dump money. That is what I would suggest, but once again, not financial advice. If we look at XRP on the weekly scale, then we can still see that XRP is massively oversold. Down below we have the stochastic RSI on the weekly time frame, which is very meaningful in my personal opinion, because you can see that each and every time when the stochastic dips into oversold, yeah, that is basically a huge buying opportunity. It happened here in July. It happened here in November, guys. It also happened here lately in April of this year, and right now once again, guys, we have an oversold reading here on the stochastic RSI on the weekly time frame. So don't fade this huge XRP and crypto buying opportunity right now. And guys, if you want to buy or trade XRP or other altcoins, if you want to take advantage of these huge discounts that we're seeing right now, then I would highly recommend to do that over on Phemex or AscendEX. Use my links down below in the video description to claim massive welcome bonuses on these exchanges exchanges. Another benefit from my specific links is that your trading fees are going to be very low compared to a lot of other exchanges here in the industry. So check it out if you're interested. Official links down below. Continuing here with the video, and here you can see XRP on the weekly time frame. I've enabled the 50-week simple moving average in the color yellow, and you can see that XRP is currently still holding the line, guys. We are still closing multiple weekly candlesticks above this very important moving average. Basically, the moment you close multiple candles below this moving average, it is usually, I would say, your sell or exit signal, and basically the start of a bear market. That happened here in 2021 and also in 2018. But right now, guys, we are still holding the line. So there isn't any reason, at least in my personal opinion, to flip bearish at this specific moment. Yes, short term, there is a lot of volatility. I'm going to show you the short term price action. But overall, if you zoom out, the trend is still very healthy here for XRP. That also applies to H-bar, because H-bar broke back above the 5-day EMA ribbons, and the last few times that happened, a huge rally happened in the weeks and months following that break above the ribbon. So yeah, H-bar also looks very bullish. I made a price prediction video about H-bar here on the channel literally 2 or 3 days ago. It's still extremely relevant. So if you're interested in H-bar or if you're holding H-bar, watch that video, guys. And here we can also see a comparison that I made with the US stock market and XRP on the right hand side of your screen. And basically the US stock market is front running the crypto market, because we also had a massive crash in the US stock market a few months ago, and we are currently seeing that massive continuation to the upside, and the US stock market made a new all-time high, which is of course amazing to see. And usually the liquidity from the US stock market flows into the crypto market. So I expect a huge rotation into crypto, into risk on assets such as XRP. And yeah, if this exact thing plays out for XRP as well, then we can expect massive all-time highs here in the rest of the year for crypto and for XRP. Now, talking about the immediate short term here, if we look at the liquidation heat map, then we can still see that there is barely any liquidity below the current price. Most liquidity is still stacked up above the current price for XRP. And as I always say in my videos, price typically goes after the highest liquidity in the market. So we can still expect a short squeeze sooner rather than later. Another interesting heat map to look at is actually the XRP cost base distribution heat map. And here we can see that most people bought XRP recently, I would say around $2.80 and $2.82. So there will most likely be huge resistance at that specific price area. So just pay attention to that, guys. This could act as a huge sell wall. Now, if we take a look at XRP short-term price action here on the 4-hourly time frame, in the last video we spoke about a potential W formation which XRP broke out from. Unfortunately, we broke back below the neckline here. So yeah, this pattern is unfortunately invalidated, but if you zoom out in the bigger picture, XRP still looks very bullish. Now, the main area to break above right now is actually 255. You can see huge rejection points in the past few days or so. So this will be the main area to break above. If we break 255 here in the short term, then I expect continuation to $2.69. We got rejected here a few days ago, and also massive support for a lot of months here in a row for XRP. So if we can break back above $2 and let's say 70 cents for XRP, then that would of course be a major sign of strength. Then we would get accepted back into this same range that we have been trading on for a few months. So that would be amazing, of course. So watch that area very closely. I mean, if we zoom out to the daily time frame, then we can still see that XRP, let me actually disable this, that XRP is still in a significant uptrend, guys, with higher highs and higher lows. And as long as that is the case, I'm still in favor of more upside, but in the short term, watch out for these specific price levels. That was it for this video, guys. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, because I'm posting a lot of additional crypto XRP content over there. Official link down below. For now, I want to thank you all for watching, for the amazing support. I think November could be an amazing month. This is definitely not a place where you want to exit crypto, where you want to exit XRP, in my personal opinion. I want to thank you for watching. See you in the next XRP update. Bye bye.